myself a simple song, get the whole world to sing along. I'll call it a
good day, ladies and gentlemen. it's it's nice to be with you on Hell today. I want to believe you are keeping safe. You are doing great things for your life that will make you to be what valuable in our society. Okay. This is time for us to continue learning. Um, we have our subject basic technology. So I want to continue from the topic we've started talking about what electricity, how current flow in the two connection we have talking about series connection and parallel connection. Now we want to look at simple electrical wiring. Simple electrical wiring. Now what do we understand by when we talk about what simple electrical wiring? What is this wiring that we are talking about? We want to look at the various way what comprises this stuff of electrical wiring, that at the end of the day you have a beautiful wiring, the types of wiring that we have in our world, in our society today. In your house, what type of wiring are they using? They'll talk about what consume power, the rest, and all that. Okay, so now I'm waiting for the next slide so that we can continue our work here. So it's all about what simple electrical wiring, that when you have the understanding, you can what you can have the knowledge of. Okay, now at the end of this topic, you must be able to what state two electrical wiring system, list the appliance using what electricity, name at least type of electricity consumer, identify the insulation, the cable color of what of live, neutral, and what an earth of a cable, the divide neutral and earth wire. Then you list the household wiring accessories. Then explain the method of house wiring. So now these are the focus for this one. For this section, so these are the focus. This is what we are going to talk about, but we are going to stop at what at safety device in electrical wiring, in simple electrical wiring, so that the next time we meet we continue on the word on household accessories. Okay, now electrical consumer. Now these are those things that we have at home that consume electricity. If we look at the name implies, they are what equipment and materials that utilize electricity, e.g. for cooling, eating, washing, drying, lighting, and what refrigerating. So these are what we call what electrical consumer. So and it's subdivided into two. We have domestic consumer, industrial consumer. Talking about domestic, these are our premises, what we can find in our home that consume electricity. We are talking about industrial consumer. Now these are those ones that you see in most of all this industry that manufacture goods and services. They are into production, all this big machine, so they are called what industrial consumer. Okay, now let's look at what utilization of what electricity. The meaning is just what that thing that make use of what electricity stuff, all those things you have at home that make use of electricity. We have what a beautiful one example is your air conditioner, that your ceiling fan and standing fan, that your beautiful flat screen TV television set, refrigerator, and the rest. Okay, now let's look at what house wiring system. Now these are the type of what wiring system we use now, and it's subdivided into two. We have the surface wiring system, while the second one is called conduit wiring system. So if you look at the name, surface is just that when you have all your cable that is what laid on the on the surface of the wall, that whenever you enter a house, then you can see the wire with your naked eye. They are talking about surface wiring. Why conduit wiring is the type of wiring system that you use your PVC or you use your what your metal pipe, that a cable is what inserted in the PVC or the metal pipe, and what inserted in the wall is embedded inside the wall. So some of the houses that where you just go, you just start seeing sockets from one place to the other. You can't find any trace of wire. Now at this place they are making use of what? Conduit system. Conduit system. Okay, now talk about another one. Is now we need to understand is parallel wiring of what? Of household appliance. Now we have types of what? Of connection, like we said before. It can be what? Parallel or series. So the next slide we are going to see when two bulbs are connected in what? In parallel, and when two bulbs are connected in series. Now one of the interesting part of this parallel system is that when other bulb or when other appliance that is connected in parallel is bad, it's not going to affect the flow of current. It's not going to affect the flow of current. Current can still penetrate from one place to the other, and they have same voltage and different current. They have same voltage and different current. Okay, and when we are talking about so we have the parallel connection here. You can see you have your switch and you have two bulb rated 60 watts that are connected side by side, and that is it in parallel connection. Then you have the source of your EMF and 120 volt that is supplying current or the voltage to the what? To the lamp, so that it can what? It can come on. So this is example of what? Parallel circuit system. Parallel circuit what? System. So you can see the connection is what? Is quite different from the series. This one is side by side. By the time you look at the next slide, that is going to show you the series type. You see that one is connected with end to end. Take note of that. That's just different between the connection. So this one have the same voltage. Now when we are talking about the series, now series is another type. In this series they have same current but different voltage. When one appliance is bad, it's going to affect the other. So now, like the circuit diagram we have here, if one bulb is bad here, it's going to affect the rest, even though the second bulb is good. But because the connection is done in series, the second bulb is not going to on. So that's it. You can see it's end to end. That is connection. You have also your switch that control toward the flow of current, to what? To make or to break the cycle. Then you have your what? Your source of what? EMF here. Okay, that is the circuit is what? Is completed at that moment. You can see where we have what? Closed circuit. Okay, now there is 18 appliance. 18 appliance. Now one of the most important of 18 is for what? For safety precaution. Now you find most of our people say, I touched the surface of my appliance and I receive electric shock. Why? It's because the atom system is what? Is bad. You can see the diagram there. You can see your fuse board. You can see the fuse showing the rating, all those things now. And most of the time the earth is being what? Is being connected to the cover of your what? Of your electronics gadget, and what? Sent down to the what? To the mass of the earth. So at times when there is lighting, and when during the rainy season, you have what? A lighting that is being what? Occur from the sky. So is this your earth that will what? That will capture that light, because it's a form of what? Energy, and sending down to the what? To the surface of the earth, so that your appliance will not get damaged. Okay, now we want to look at the safety device we use in wiring system. We have many, so we are just going to look at two. The first one is your fuse. Is your fuse. Is your fuse. In your fuse, you have a tiny wire inside it that serves as your what? Your sensitive protective device. That when a current that exceeds the design of that fuse pass through it, the element or the wire is going to what? Cut or break, so that it will not allow that current to what? To flow into your circuit and destroy a lot of your gadgets. So we have rating. We have like 3 ampere We have one that is 5, we have one that is 13, and it depends on the rating, because in our home we have what is called DFB, distribution fuse board. Okay, now this is the last part of it today, which is called your circuit breaker. Circuit breaker. Now circuit breaker is a form of a switch that operate on their own. They are automatically designed to break and to make when there is eddy current. What by eddy current is unwanted current in the cycle. When a current that is higher than what they have designed. If they have designed the circuit breaker to operate at 220, and something like 280, 300 is flowing in, then it's going to trip off, so that it can protect your cycle, to protect your electrical gadget. So this is a perfect example of circuit breaker. You can see that black stuff there. It move like a form of switch. So we have a review question for you here that state the wiring system, and you can see it. Okay, so please, I want you to continue reading, make yourself valuable, and be a good Nigerian. Bless this country, because you are going to be great. Thank you. I want to believe you have had a wonderful time with me today. So the next time we meet, we are going to talk about accessories. Those accessories, talking about your lampuda, talking about your the plier, talking about